Good morning. Happy January 31st, Sunday morning. It's been a crazy week, ups and downs. Uh, I'm going to get into the food later after I weigh myself. I'm going to go right into the weigh-in and see how I was able to do, if I was able to maintain at least my weight loss at 247, if it went up a bit or maybe even went down a bit. Okay, so let's go to the scale. Here we go. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Let's see how we did here. And then after I weigh myself, I'll tell you what happened this week with this Atkins and everything. All right, so I'll turn the light and do a weigh. I'm stepping on the scale right now. Okay, this is very good. Check this out. Check that out. That's a 245. 245. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I learned to do years and years ago, watching my mother diet when I was back in the 70s and 80s. You got to weigh yourself a second and third time. I only do it a second time, just in case it's not accurate. So I'll do it again. There we go. I'm going to step on the scale. Watch those numbers go up and down. Look at that. Look at that, guys. 245. That is a 2-pound loss in 7 days. 2-pound loss in 7 days. Wow. Wow. I'll tell you what. Doesn't get boring. When the weight keeps coming off, it doesn't get boring. It's terrific. All right, so just a quick summary of this week. Remember, I said it was my girlfriend's son's birthday. Well, there was leftover chocolate cake in the fridge, and there wasn't enough of the correct foods I should be eating. We were out of eggs. There's no more Jello, sugar-free Jello for me to snack on. So I had a horrific headache. And if you do some research on keto, those headaches can be a number of things. They could be dehydration. It was possible I was still didn't have enough fat in my diet that day to satiate my appetite. I was still hungry, and the headache was just too much. It was almost like you gotta have some sugar. You gotta have some sugar to relieve it. And so I sliced myself up a leftover slice of chocolate cake. I had it. Went to bed like a baby. The headache went away instantly. As soon as I finished that chocolate, man, as soon as I hit the first 2 or 3 bites of that chocolate cake, the headache went away. I felt satiated and I went to bed. So I was obviously, my body was telling me that I was pushing it too hard by depriving it of the sugar or carbs it needed that day. The next day I woke up, guess what? I had another slice of chocolate cake. So 2 days of chocolate cake. But to balance that out, I've noticed that after a month of doing this, you don't want to hit a pound of bacon and 3 or 4 eggs every 3 hours. You don't want to do it. So what's been happening, and I'll do some further research on it, is since I wake up Monday through Friday to start class at 8:30 to teach students, what happens is I really don't have time all the time or energy to make food right away. So I don't eat right away. What I do was during Monday and Friday, I would basically fix myself some black coffee, no sugar, no milk, and just drink a hot beverage while I'm teaching the students. And I wouldn't hit my first meal until 3 o'clock. And I did this at least 2 or 3 days of the week. So I didn't have my first meal till I was really, really, hungry for a meal. And I think there's something called intermittent fasting. And I might touch on some level of intermittent fasting. If I'm not eating anything from, let's say, 12 o'clock midnight till 3 in the afternoon. So I'm going to do some further research on that. But this is great. I lost 2 more pounds. I went down from 247 to now currently 245. And it's been going really well, guys. And yes, you're curious if I've been doing any exercising? Nope. Nope. The only time I exercised during this whole dieting was December 28th when I started. It's the only time I went to the gym. After that, I've just been preparing my meals as carefully as possible. And that's it. Oh, by the way, I had 2 Chinese food meals yesterday night because I was too lazy to cook or to shop for ingredients. But I went for the sushin beef. I had a half portion of that, and then I went for the what else did I have? Oh, I had the roast pork and Chinese vegetables, a half portion of that. And I believe there's sugar in the sauce, so I don't think it's 100% okay, but I had it. So I think also this diet's about making choices. But again, I recommend staying strict as possible. And if you fall off the ladder, like I did a couple times this week, that's all right. Just keep trying. All right? Guys, don't forget plenty of this. I have 3 of these a day. I hope you're losing weight with me, and I'll see you next week. We have a snowstorm coming, so I'll be getting some exercise in to shovel that snow off the car and away from the car. All right, that'll be my exercise. All right, guys, enjoy, be safe. Bye-bye. See you next week.